What's up, everybody? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself, coming with you guys tonight with a quick live feed. And I want to discuss something that I get a lot of phone calls about, and it's regarding business credit. And I want to give you guys 5 reasons why your business loan keep getting denied. A lot of times, people are like, say again, that's reaching out to me, hey Deonte, I'm trying to get funding, but they say I need this, they say I need that, my score isn't high enough. I went online, found out about trade lines and different things like that, but that's not working for me. I paid such and such to get my credit straight, and I still can't get a business loan. I need help. So again, I want to discuss 5 reasons why your business loan keep getting denied. Okay. You guys got to bear with my eyes a little red and stuff like that. I had a long day in the office, but I want to have a live feed with you guys. We got a lot of great information coming on Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. We'll discuss personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Got a lot of videos coming out. I think in the past 72 hours, probably had 3 grant videos and a lot more great information coming down the pipe. But again, I just want to, it ran across me at my notes about it earlier to do the feed to discuss those 5 reasons, because everybody, I've been an entrepreneur. I'm self-employed. I've been in business 21 years, and you have a lot of people that want to go down that road of entrepreneurship. And a lot of times, people have the ideas about what they want to do. And even I got a phone call from a young lady today. She was telling me she needed to get business credit, get a loan. First question I asked her, well, how much money do you need? She just threw like an arbitrary number. And I just explained to her then, like when we start going down the road of trying to get business funding and, business loans like that, you need to know exactly what you need. You need to have the numbers down. One of the biggest things you look at a show like a Shark Tank, one of the most concrete things that those investors need to know is and be comfortable about that you know your numbers inside out. And so like we have these grant videos, $10,000 grant, 5,000, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever the number is. They are great. But like I always keep telling you guys, grants are hard to get because it's free money. Okay. Free money. So I want you guys to understand that you got a better chance of getting this loan. It may be, I don't even say it'd be more difficult. It may be more things that may be required for me to get a loan, but I would take my time to try to get things in place so I can get the loan in place, because again, you're dealing with a bigger pool of people that may be applying for a particular grant. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Tonight we're going to discuss 5 reasons why your business loan keep getting denied. Right now, I'm streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Okay, so again, that's what we're streaming on those different platforms. Mr. Short Dog, we have over 400 videos, on the YouTube channel, grant playlist with over 150 grant opportunities. So a lot of great information for you guys to take advantage of on the channel. So again, we start going down the road of getting a business loan, right? We're talking about 5 reasons why your business loan keep getting denied. Guys, just before we start, remember what I always tell you. We start looking at personal loan and business loans. 2 key things, just was looked at in general. On your, sound like a robot. Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks. So I'm getting feedback. I guess I got some noise on my Instagram. Want to make sure we got that. Let me know if that sounds better. I don't know, some of them may come through a little bad, but that's the Instagram. I apologize. Hopefully I got it fixed. But when we start talking about credit, we know in most simplistic term, we start talking about personal credit. Most of the time, the lenders are looking at your personal credit score and your income. Again, with a personal loan, looking at your personal credit score and your income. With a business loan, they're looking at 5 factors. Now, one thing about it with the personal loan, if one of those 2 is off, your income or your credit score, you probably can get denied the loan. We start looking at business loans, 5 factors normally what the lenders look at. Now, here's the thing about it. Most lenders will still be, let me start it back. I'm going to restart the Instagram. Most lenders will probably put more weight on different aspects depending on who you go to, but it's typically 5 factors, trying to multitask everybody, that most business lenders will look at. And those 5 factors are, again, the credit score, the income, but they're also going to look at the industry in, the experience level of the team you have in place, and the collateral you got. Again, when you look at talking about a business loan, most of the lenders are going to look at 5 things. They're going to look at the income, the credit score, the industry experience you have, industry in, the experience you have, and the actual collateral that you have. Okay. Again, If two of those off, you probably get denied for the loan. And depending on who the lender is, they may put different weight on different aspects of that. Okay. But again, like I said, with a business loan, what they're looking at credit score, they're looking at your income amount, the industry. Like I said, you have some industries that are safe, like certain franchises and things like that already have a business model set in place. I don't think they'll give you can get funding for a what's the Subways, Dunkin' Donuts. They give it to them rather easy. You may have to have some kind of collateral or down payment, but it's pretty easy to get those because they have a proven system in place. The industry, when we start looking at, let's just say if it's a club, a restaurant, or something like that you start from scratch, that's a little bit more riskier. When we say experienced team, if you have a group that's coming in, or you yourself have so many years of entrepreneurial experience or corporate or management experience, that's looked upon a little bit better than you being a first-time business owner, right? And also collateral. If you got X amount of dollars in the bank, if you have X amount of dollars in the bank, if you have certain things that you can put up as collateral, that may be looked upon. But those 5 factors that they look for a business loan, that's what business lenders tend to typically look at. And with that said, again, most lenders, depending on who they are, will put more weight into them. We'll go into that a little bit more later. And what again I want to discuss with you guys is 5 reasons why your business loan typically get denied. Okay, and the first one is a damaged business credit score. I know you guys see all the time there are videos out there, tons of times. And guys, I don't know what's going on Instagram. I apologize. I know you got the feedback as choppy. I apologize. Hopefully it works through it. If you guys, I will say this, if you guys got any questions outside of what we're talking about right now, just quick housekeeping, I'll go back through the live feeds and try to answer all your questions afterwards, okay? But the first one, is typically a damaged business credit score. Again, you can turn on YouTube and just say, hey, how to get business credit, how to do certain things. If you guys have noticed, I did a video about personal guarantees, for a loan. A lot of times people want to get business loans, and typically, it's kind of like something people are afraid of because they don't know too much about getting a business loan, how to get acquired with it, how to get started, or anything like that. But typically what happened is if you want to, your business credit, you can go to a lender, they'll get it started. It's going on the tax ID number of the business as opposed to your personal credit score. But what I want you guys to remember is going to the next point we'll get at, they still need to look at your personal credit score. Okay. When we start talking about number one, that damaged business credit score, that means you've had a loan already on that business and that tax ID that's been defaulted. You have a business credit card on that tax ID number, late payments, things like that. When they pull it and you say, hey, this is my merchant account, this is my business, and I want to get a business loan. When they pull that tax ID number, it's already red flags of, like I said, defaulted loans, late payments. That's going to be one of the first reasons why that business loan get denied. Okay. That's very important. Now, if it's a new business, you don't have any kind of business credit, it's not going to be applicable to you because it's a new loan. But if it's a business that's already there, you've already got a business loan, they're pulling that tax ID number, guys, that's going to be an issue for it. Typically that damaged business credit score. The second one is probably one of the most common, I think, especially when you first starting off in business, and that's your damaged personal credit score. A lot of times, like I say, I can just go on Google it or look on YouTube how to get a business loan, and if I got bad personal credit. This is what I want you guys to understand. I've done videos about this. Make sure you check out my videos dealing with the personal guarantors, how to get business loans, things like that. Most credible lenders are going to want to have a personal guarantee. Who's a person or a personal guarantor? Who is that? That's the person that's applying for the business loan. It's under the business tax ID number, but they want to have a person that they can look at just in case the business defaults on a loan that can be personally responsible for paying for that loan. Most lenders are going to require that. I'm telling you guys. If you find a lender, because there are a lot of videos out there how to get business credit without using your personal credit, and they're giving you the steps. So these are the typical places that you can go to. Here's the issue with that, and you never see this on any of those videos. The interest rate on most of those loans are so damn high, you don't even want to deal with it. And the cost to acquire those loans is not even worth it. So again, you're talking about you're probably doing loans 15, 20%. Yeah, they will give you that loan. They will give you that loan with bad personal credit, but or not even using your personal credit at all. But the cost is so high. I mean, it's not even gonna be beneficial you to get that loan. I promise you that. Okay, because at the end of the day, you got to look at it on the other side of the equation. If the business defaults on the loan, what kind of recourse does the business have? I mean, does the lender or the bank have? So you got to just look at it from that perspective. They do have certain mechanisms in place where you can pay personal guarantor insurance, and check out, like I said again, check out the video I did on the do you need a personal guarantee or a personal guarantor for your business. There are different insurances you can purchase just in case the business do default and they want to go back to you personally to pay for the loan. You can purchase insurance that will pay for X amount of dollars towards back to that business loan. So there are things you can do to mitigate everything, but you have to make sure that you have those particular things in place on the front end. But that personal credit, I'm telling you guys, it's very hard to avoid a decent loan where they're not going to want to pull your personal credit. And typically, once you have for a business loan, they're typically going to want you to have a credit score over 700. I'm just being honest with you with that. So that damaged personal credit score it hurts a lot of people. But again, when we start talking about this, these are not reasons for you not to do anything. Be aware of what's going on, and then start setting a game plan up to get everything fixed. Give yourself amount of time to get it done. I know a lot of you guys like, hey, I got this idea. I'm tired of working for these people. I want to start my business, get down this road of entrepreneurship, get off the plantation, quote unquote. You want to do it right, so you won't keep starting over and over and over again. Okay, I see it all the time. Like I said, I've been in business 21 years, right? And I'm telling you, I've made a lot of mistakes, especially new in business, learning stuff. To my credit, I got some good mentors, and I listen to them. Right? I won't say I agree with everything that I've been told over the years, but I do listen to advice when I get it. You know, regardless if I like it or not, I do listen to it, and I do try to apply that, because I always look at it. If you're in a position where I want to be in, it kind of behooves me to start taking heed of what you're saying. But I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of quick fixes they don't work in the big picture of everything. So that damaged personal credit score is very prevalent in a lot of people. But again, kind of keep in mind, get yourself a game plan to get it fixed. And the quick fix and paying somebody to fix your credit and stuff like that, it may help you. But again, we start talking about credible business loans where you got a decent rate. And I'm talking when I say decent, anything under 10%. They're going to pretty much be a little bit more restricted for the things that are going to allow you to have that may be somewhat derogatory and negative, and they may require you to do a certain more things. I've got SBA loans over 150,000. This is all pre-pandemic. When the pandemic, when the SBA was giving out money, that's not typical SBA processes. Typical SBA loans are, I think, probably about 50 to 80 pages. You got to have all these documents in place. Give them pro forma statements. Give them all kind of operating agreements, all kind of BS and stuff. I got all those loans. So I'm just telling you, like, it's a whole lot more required for doing it. That's why I say a lot of times when people give advice on being able to acquire business credit, sometimes you might want to, ask a few questions to kind of make sure they're credible with doing it. Because again, it's not, getting some of these loans out there, they are possible with having bad credit, but the downside is not going to be a beneficial loan for you. And I don't think it makes sense to go out there and get a business loan that is going to be charging you 15, 20, or 30%. And you can't even though you got the money, it's not going to benefit you because you can't even make the payments because it's going to be so high. Okay. That's the second thing, damaged personal credit. The third thing, again, we're talking about 5 reasons why your business loan was denied. Okay. The third one is an insufficient track record. And what we mean by insufficient track record, kind of like the personal history of the business. You're just starting up, you're new to business. The industry may be a little bit suspect or volatile. So we always say this when we pitching or trying to apply for a loan, always turn the table when we're talking about the lender. When I say turn the table, remember that you're trying to get money from these people, right? If somebody was coming to you asking you for money, let's take out, I'm sorry, guys. let's take out the point you say, hey, I want to help people and I want to, just give people on, I would do it. That's not a model for success, because at the end of the day, if a person has a track record of not paying loans on time or not paying loans at all, uh, they're not going to be in business too long. You're not going to be in business too long giving out money to them. So it wouldn't benefit you to give out a loan to a person if you know that they're probably not going to pay you back. So your pitch has to be, when I'm talking to this person I'm getting this loan from, what do they want to hear? What do they need to see from me? What information they have to persuade or move them to be able to give me this money, as opposed to just, I'm putting this information on an application and I need them to help me out. And so, just give me the money. That's not how it's going to work. What we always talk about, business is all about relationships. And the better I know who you are and the better I know how you are as a business person, me as a lender will be more inclined to help you out when some things may be a little bit shaky depending on how the situation is. So again, that insufficient track record, especially if you're new in business. If you're new in business and your credit is straight, you got decent collateral, depending on what they need. Because again, guys, in a perfect world, you can say, I don't want to put this up, I don't want to put that up. We'll go back to the golden rule. He who has the goal make the rules. If you was in a position to sit here and call all the shots with that, you probably wouldn't be in a really worried about getting the money. If you're establishing business and you have a track record of doing well, you can call lenders up and get immediate financing or get loans at great rates without putting any kind of collateral up. But if you're new or you've had some transgressions in the past, you're not gonna necessarily get what you want. Okay, and like I said, I've seen tons of videos that say different. But again, these are videos. If people telling you what to do on these videos and how to get these loans, and I'm pretty sure majority of you guys have followed the notes and went and got it, and went and did exactly what they told you to do, and you went in that particular bank, you heard it wonk, wonk, wonk. They give you a damn thing. So instead of wasting your time, getting in a whole stack of applications or going in there and getting turned around, spend your little time just kind of really doing some research. And I'm going to give you guys some guidance in regards to what you should be doing to give you a better opportunity to get a business loan. But again, that third one was insufficient track record. The fourth one was lack of a solid business plan. And that goes back to what I was saying before, the whole story or the sale that you're trying to give the lender in order to get it. I always recommend people look at Shark Tank. I like Shark Tank because Shark Tank really puts you in that position where you got to actually look at what the lender wants to hear to make a move, right? Because a lot of times, we go into an emotional side of it is saying, I want to start this business. I'm passionate about this business. I've been baking cakes my whole life. My mama told me how to do it. I want to drive this particular truck because I dreamed about a trucker because I seen, this movie when I was young. All that BS. That's cool. But at the end of the day, the people giving you money, they're in the business of making money. They're not in the business of fulfilling dreams. And so you got to sit there and look at it from the perspective of how can I make them money, right? Because that's the thing about it. I get people come to me all the time. Hey, D, listen, do you want to invest in my business? I only need $1,000 to do it. And then I say, okay, cool. I'll give you $1,000. So what you gonna give me? What you mean you gonna give me? I'll pay you the $1,000 back. Hell no, we ain't gonna do that. Because I think if you come to me to get money, that means you skip the bank, you skip your friends, you skip your family to come to me. So that kind of, already alerted me that probably the easier and cheaper options you probably didn't qualify for. So why would I be the cheapest? I'm probably gonna be the most expensive. Had a situation, somebody wanted to get a print company about 1.5 years ago, and I was just straight up with them, like, if I buy this equipment, it's my equipment. And as the money come in, just, hey, listen, I just want a certain percentage, till I get on top of the revenue for a certain period of time, on top of paying back for the loan. Just say the loan, you can't default on the business crash, the equipment is mine. The person didn't want to do it. They said, no, if I give them my money to buy the equipment, is their equipment if the business works or not. That's just something called a damn fairy tale. And so, again, you have to look at it from the perspective of what does the lender want to see, right? how much you have solid projections. Like I said, that an SBA loan you have to get now, you're going to be back with putting in those pro forma statements. What are just projections on what your business will be making each year or each month, and everything. So you have to have all that stuff together. So being realistic, especially depending on what your business is. Say if you got like a retail or a clothing line, understanding that you may make different sales during the certain holiday seasons, actually show how much money you should be making. Also show how much money you're going to be spending with that. So you got to actually be able to have that sale to let them know, hey, this person have done their homework. They've done their research in regards to trying to find out how much money or how successful their business can be, right? They want to see that you can do that and they can feel comfortable with giving you money or even losing money with you, okay? Because they believe in what your business, not because it's inspiring, but because you sold them a solid plan that your business is going to make money. And most importantly, what? Make them money, right? So you got to make sure you got that solid business plan together, not ideas. I want to start this lash company. I want to start, this construction company. Have that stuff together. The problem comes up is most entrepreneurs or people that are looking to get in business, they know what they do, right? I've been a mechanic 40 years. I've been a plumber 20 years. I know how to do that, right? Remember, guys, I owned a salon for 17 years. I lacked a lot with creativity. I don't know how to do hair. I was straight owner, non-operator, but I owned a salon. My salon stayed open so long, and I seen so many salons open and close it because every barbershop and salon, probably in the 10-mile diameter of my salon, they were barbers and beauticians. They weren't business folks. So I was able to sit there and make sure my number was straight. Now, my salon did lack probably, I didn't have the angels, spitting water across, and I could walk in some places, and they were like, wow, this is top notch. But I knew market rates, what people were paying for market in their area for rent, what kind of clientele was coming to their area. They were never going to get their money back, even just with the initial startup. They were never going to make their money back because they're going to charge so much in rent. I knew that just being a business person, but they lacked that. That's why 3 to 6 months later, most of them closed down, and I stayed open, and I closed on my terms, right? I didn't get closed. I closed on my terms with the salon. But again, that goes back to when you want to get in business, you need to have that stuff together. What's the problem with it? You don't know how to do that. So go on and get you an accountant. Go get you a consultant. Let them people draft that stuff up for you. Stop trying to do everything yourself, right? The sooner that you as a business owner can realize that you only got 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's the most you can do, you'll stop trying to be everything. You'll stop trying to be the accountant. Stop trying to be the lawyer. You stop doing them damn Google contracts. Stop trying to have your spouse do the books and act like accounting is like balancing a checkbook. It's the reason why people go to college for that, right? It's the reason why people go to law school. So you have to make sure you get the credible people in place to do this kind of stuff because, again, you guys know I'm an accountant by profession. I'm a whole lot cheaper on the front end. Think about it. If you just got a mechanic and you got some work done on your car, and you got, went to Mr. Charlie, he was, kind of jackleg or bootleg with dealing with your car, and you didn't want to pay the market rate for getting the, actual brakes done or whatever. Mr. Charlie, y'all, he went out there, parked your car in his front yard. He didn't ran out of tools or whatever. Then you got to turn around and take it to the actual real mechanic to get it fixed. He probably charged 2 times as much because what he got to do? Fix Mr. Charlie mistake, then install your stuff. That's the same thing we start dealing with attorneys, accountants, architects, any kind of probably professional that you got to go to because there is no barrier to entry. You can start your business out without the accountant. You can start your business without the lawyer and everything. You can get the Google contracts. You can do the QuickBooks and you don't know a damn thing about accounting. But what happens is when you got to actually do the performance statements or you get an audit and you don't know none of the lingo or none of the things that they're asking for, you got to pay a lot of money to get that stuff fixed. I'm just being straight up with you. So make the one-time uncomfortable purchase from that point, or you can go to maybe one of those community college or whatever, area school for maybe 6 months. Learn QuickBooks 101, learn insurance 101, learn legal 101. So you have some kind of familiarization, or somebody in your organization take them classes for about 6 months to a year, have them knowledgeable on it, and then let them take care of that. But I'm just telling you, like, don't go the cheapest route on something that you really want to be sustainable. Okay, so that's why the third one was having that lack. I mean, I'm sorry, the fourth one was having a lacking a solid business plan. The fifth one was, and this is, again, I want you guys to understand that sometimes you just need a different lender. I get asked all the time, with the posts and everything, what's the best business bank? What's the best bank could you go to for this? And I'm gonna be very honest with you. It varies. Different businesses, different industry will, probably need a different bank, right? A bank for somebody doing online retail sales and stuff like that probably needs somebody a lot more responsive or have the capacity to handle all those transactions. As a person that have a simple business with a few transactions, board may need more funding, right? And that can be just when I say transaction, let's talk about, say, if you have an accounting company, landscaping. Of course, you have people paying bills, but you don't have people the actual volume of transaction that somebody online sales have. Different banks have different mechanisms in place, of different structures to be responsive. As the owner, your due diligence has to be, let me find out the best banks for landscaping. Let me see the best banks for somebody that does sell lashes, or somebody that's a barber or whatever. Again, you have to kind of have this stuff in place, because just because you go with the name of Chase or go with the name of Bank of America, for what you do may not be the best. You may can just, depending on how, if you just got, a few amount of transactions, but they're high dollar transactions, you might can get away with an online account that doesn't charge you any fees. But what's the problem with an online account that don't charge any fees? You can't never get in damn contact with them. If that's not a big deal, cool. But if you need to be able to talk to somebody all the time because your processing company needs to integrate with the bank, right? And you need to talk to somebody to get it done, but you went the cheap route and went to this place that doesn't charge any fees, man, you're gonna be done real soon. So you got to make sure you find the banks and the lenders that are actually going to be responsive to your particular business. So there are banks that do specialize in farms. There are banks that specialize in professional services like accountants, legal firms and stuff like that. Find the banks. So you got to do a little homework. Easy way to find that out. Find some social media groups, trucking groups, accounting groups, lawyer groups, styling groups, things like that. And throw it out. Hey guys, what kind of banks are you guys using? And then they'll throw names out, and then you ask why. Someone may just say because that's the only reason why. Some may give you a reason, A, B, C. And you're like, okay, cool. Those are the kind of issues I have, and that could be applicable to me. So understand the same thing when we talk about from an operating standpoint. It's the same thing with lending. Some banks are going to be more responsible to dealing with certain industries than others. So if you're talking to a bank that really doesn't deal with your particular industry, they're not going to be too inclined to deal with it. It may just like, no, that's not our book of business. So we don't really want to deal with those type of businesses. Some banks may be a little bit more inclined to deal with clubs. Some may be a little bit more inclined to deal with restaurants, which are volatile industries. And you can find those. The cost to borrow from them might be a little bit more. I mean, by cost, again, that's the interest rate. It may be a little bit more. Some may require down payments or things like that, or collateral. But you have to find the bank that's going to be best responsive to you. You just can't go applying to every bank or just ask that arbitrary question, what's the best bank? What's the best business bank? Okay. You have to make sure you're asking that. Again, guys, tonight's show we're discussing 5 reasons why your business loan was denied. So I want you guys to really, really take heed of those. Again, I'll go through all 5 of them again. Then I'm going to give you guys some alternatives that you could be doing as opposed to, we're doing 2 actual acquiring a business loan. The first one is, again, 5 reasons why your business loan was denied. Number 1, having a damaged business credit score. Again, that being, off the tax ID number, what was set for that. If it's damaged, you got late payments to it, got a default loan, you're going to have issues. Number 2, having a damaged personal credit score. I know everybody's Googling how to get a business loan without using your personal credit, or if you got bad credit, you can do it. But man, what I just said, the cost to get those loans, it's probably going to be so astronomical and bad for you, you don't even want to deal with it. Okay, guys? Make sure you check out my video that I had. Do you need a personal guarantee for a loan? I give a lot of insight in regards to why a personal guarantee from a person is needed on a business loan, and also things you can put in place to mitigate just any kind of risk you may have as an individual when applying for your business loan. Okay. The third one is having an insufficient track record. Like I said, you have no experience. You're new to business with that. You don't have the business may be new to the area and things like that. You got to make sure that what you're trying to do can be applicable to it. It doesn't mean, again, none of these things mean stop and don't do the business. It's to better prepare you for how to respond and and just being responsive to any kind of things that happen. That's business, because all the time, things are going to happen that you don't plan for. You need to be able to respond and pivot and make adjustments accordingly. Okay, nothing hardly goes the way it's planned. Some days you're gonna have it like that, but overall you're gonna have some things pop up that you weren't ready for. You just need to be able to be responsible for it. The fourth one is lack of a solid business plan. You got to have everything wrote down. You got to and understand things happen. You can make adjustments to it, but you need to have that solid business plan in place for your business. Okay. And the fifth one is you may just need to get a whole different lender, because again, lenders vary in regards to you should never look at it from a holistic standpoint. And if you just start your business up, you might can get away with, it's nothing wrong with just getting one of your larger banks, Chase, Bank of America, Wells, or like that. But again, you start just say, and that's just like a little side business. It may not be an issue, depending on what the business is. But I would always advise to try to find a business that can be responsive to the particular, find a bank that will be responsive to the particular business that you have. Okay, not all banks can really have integrate with some online merchants. When I mean my online merchants or online processors, your PayPals, your Stripes, your Venmos, and everything. A lot of them don't integrate well. Sometimes even some integrating with the Shopify's and online stores and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that the bank that you're using can integrate with that, and also even with your website. Now you want to make sure that all of them can work sufficiently together. All of them are not set up like that. Okay, I mean, I'm being very serious. So you can't look at it from an open lens. That's a bank, and that's who I want to deal with. And then once you get started, try to get there, put the pieces together. They're just not going to match because they're not made for that. Okay, so those are the 5 reasons why usually a business loan get denied. And just give you guys some alternatives. You can always try to get you a business credit card before you get a loan. Okay, the credit card actually got a card. It give you a certain amount that you can a certain amount on the card. You can borrow at a certain rate. You make monthly payments on that credit card. That's an easy way to do it. You can actually even get your own, do personal self-funding, where you use your own cash or you borrow from people to start your business up or keep your business going from there. They have different collateralized loans or secure loans you can use, where you might can put a certain amount of money in the bank, and they'll double the bank or double that and have your deposit as a secure payment towards that. Those are a few options that you can do. The thing that I would always advise you guys to do, and this is kind of like when wrapping everything up, is that what I advise anybody to do, if you're looking to get in business, you want to get a business loan, go talk to the business banker, right? Because here's the deal. I can sit here and talk for you a whole hour and give you guys advice on things you need to do in regards to try to get a business loan, but I'm not Chase. I'm not Wells. I'm not Bank of America. I'm not such community bank. You need to go talk to them and find it out, because again, I just gave you things they typically look for, right? They typically look for them. Like I said, you talked to an accountant, 20 years in the game. I've seen a lot. Sometimes I see some things I've never seen before, but there's a lot. I have a lot of experience and stuff when we start talking about dealing with financial services. But I will say this again, go talk to the lender, because what Chase may put emphasis on, Chase may be stuck on credit score, where Fargo may want you to have collateral. Bank of America may want you to have, a solid team in place and make sure it's not in a volatile market. Book an appointment. Go talk to the business lender. They may want you to pull your credit score, but I think if you have several places, pull them all during the same time, it's not going to impact it as much. But again, I'm just being straight up with you. Typically, if that person's credit score isn't over 700, you're gonna have issues anyway. I don't care who you go to, but you can sit down with them, talk to them, let them know who you are, explain your business and everything you want to do, what you want to do. You may want to start then, or you may want to look at starting your business in the future, right? And they can sit down and tell you, well, listen, this is what we want. Or you can have them pull your credit, look at what you have and say, listen, this is great. but I need you to fix A, B, C, and maybe D. Come back and see me in 6 months or a year, or when you get it fixed, and then we can put the wheels in motion. Remember, the bank is in business to make money. So most of the time it's nothing personal. Now you may go in and get an idiot that can't, articulate, hey, exactly what they need and stuff like that. And trust me, I done had them. And I had them at these major banks. You got a person in, you got a man. Look, can I talk to the manager? And the manager, can say, hey, they can talk to you, and they may understand the situation, or they may not know a damn thing either. So they just hit or miss. What that does for you is helps you out, so you don't have to deal with them. Sometimes you got a bank that people don't want to talk to you. Hell, if they don't want to talk to you, why the hell would you want to do business with them? So again, go talk to the business bank. Set an appointment, sit down with them, and be able to, share your ideas and your thoughts. And what happens is we go back to that whole relationship perspective. Like, let's check out my video about business is all about relationships. Now they know you. Hey, what's up, Joe? This Deonte. Look, man, I just got this contract I got awarded. I need, a line of credit so I can go get this equipment, and I need to get it in the next 48 hours. Man, what can you do for me, brother? And if Joe knows you done business before, yeah, you felt his spirit, he felt your spirit, or you went in there and Stacy knows what kind of business owner you are because you got a loan from him a couple years ago, but Stacy. She knows your business. She knows what kind of business owner you are. It's easy for you to get a bank. As again, you're opposed to you trying to just apply for something and now you're in a stack of applications, right? Business is all about relationships, guys. I'm telling you, if you got a relationship with somebody, your stuff ain't got to be okay. It can be, suspect. But if they know you, that helps. Other ways to help you, go meet with them. Go join your local chamber of commerce. Go to some of these networking events, right? Go do that. If you're not really comfortable with talking to people you don't know, it's already custom, but you're going to have to get out of that. You're going to have to get out of that. Being reluctant to do certain things, it can be a detriment to you and your business, right? So, and keep in mind, the more you get in situations where you can actually, you don't have to be, this great orator, or, this person that's, very, very versed in public speaking, but just be able to say yourself, introduce yourself, tell your business, what your business does. Go to these networking events. Go get you a real network of people, a real network, not just your cousin and family friends on LinkedIn that that really can't benefit you. You actually got actual attorneys, bankers, lenders, all these particular people that can actually be decision makers, can help you in business. But you got to get out your comfort zone and go to these particular places, meet these folks, go to lunch with them, sell yourself, introduce yourself. And then what happens is, again, y'all can do business because y'all got what? A relationship. I'm telling you, those applications and stuff like that is cool. But man, I'm telling you, if a person know you and they can feel you and y'all got a relationship, business life would be so much easier, right? It'd be so much easier. But when you want to do these quick hits, oh man, the bank just gave me $50,000. Let's turn up. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And then you mess the money up and you don't have any, you made payments on the business loan. That's over. Your credit jacked up. You back at square one. Matter of fact, you might not be at square one. You might be at negative 50. Do it right. Keep them relationships. Talk to people, okay? That's my advice, you guys. Remember, business all about relationships. Remember the 5 things why I just went over, reason why you guys get denied. Remember some of the alternative reasons. Remember some of the things that I just told you guys that you can do to kind of help yourself. Remember the 2 factors with the personal credit, the 5 factors with the business credit that the lenders look at, all the information. So if you got to go through this video a couple more times, do that. But guys, I really want you guys to take your time and do it right the first time. So you have to keep starting over and over. And I know there are videos on here that make it so simple and so sweet to get business credit. And you sometimes can't get the credit. But remember what I just said, guys, the cost of those loans is so messed up. You'll wish you never even got it. You wish you never got it. Now, I understand it may be a situation where, look, D, I need to get it because you got a certain, when would be a good idea to get a loan with a high credit or with a high interest rate? When would that be a good idea? When you know that you actually need some quick financing and you actually get paid probably in 30, 30, 45, maybe 60 days at most. So again, it may be a high rate, but you're going to get the money back within 60 days. That high interest rate doesn't affect you, right? And those typically off certain, contracts or things like that, going to have come in from a credible place with doing it. Would I be gambling doing it? I don't know. You see that a lot with in real estate with people deal with hard money lenders and things like that. So it is possible, but you need to be a very, very seasoned investor to do that kind of stuff. So like you see people, online trading, doing stock options and things like that. Those are very, very volatile markets. You can borrow money doing that, and it can work. But you also can lose everything you have and be holding your pants up with your shoestrings. You made that call, and I don't think it's the wisest thing to do with that. Listen, guys, I hope I helped you guys out, or enlighten you guys with the information we talked about in regards to the 5 reasons why your business loan got denied. Remember, guys, we got over 400 videos on Mr. Short Dollar. Over 400 videos on the YouTube channel for you guys to take advantage of. Again, we stream live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and the YouTube channel. So we got all your different platforms. I would advise everybody, wherever you're looking at, make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, because that's where the hub of all the videos are there. And everything's segregated in different playlists from entrepreneur, business, financing, grants. All those playlists are there, separating the different videos. Take advantage of the information that's there. Even though you may see a couple grant videos for the month of June, keep in mind some of those grants are what we call revolving or rotating grants. So even some videos we did in 2021, those grants still may renew each month, right? We just may have not made another video for it. So just go through the whole list. If they're expired, they're expired. If they're rotating, that's great for you. But again, you're not losing anything. I mean, you spend a little time with doing it, but hell, the opportunity and the information is there. Take advantage of all the information we got in regards to business funding. Take advantage of all the information we got on or how to set your prices, break-even analysis, cost-benefit analysis, how to set up, how to decide who's going to be on the channel. You guys to take advantage of the most experienced when it started. We talk about entrepreneurship or even kind of business financing, okay? But again, I want to tell you guys I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given us with Mr. Short Dollar. Let me go through I don't see any comments. No comments for YouTube or Facebook. Are there any? Let me scroll through here with the TikTok. See if you got any questions or anything. Can you send me a little donation trying to get some? Okay. Let me see. I don't see anything on there with that. Anybody on Instagram? I'm sorry about any kind of any distortions on the Instagram. If there was any issues with any of the playbacks, I apologize about it. But I hope we had a good conversation with you guys tonight in regards to 5 reasons why your business loan got denied. So we'll be live on Mr. Short Dollar this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't even know what we're doing the show on, but this will be the hour-long show on Mr. Short Dollar. So make sure you check me out then. And also, again, subscribe to the channel. Go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Share the videos. Tell as many people that you know to subscribe to the channel. I want to tell you guys again, thanks for all the love and support. I appreciate you guys. If you got any questions, it may pop up later on. Go to the YouTube channel, put the comments in there. I try to do my best at least twice a day. Go in and answer the comments or questions that's on the YouTube channel with doing that. But take care of yourself. Be safe, and I'll talk with you soon, okay? Take care, everybody.